how search engines work, right? We understood. Search engines has written a program. They go to the program's work is to go to the internet, crawl or read anything that comes in its visibility, and get a copy back and store it on Google server. And now this server's content is accessed by the front end google.com. Anybody can type something on google.com and can request for that information, and Google is going to display that information to the people. Up to here it's fine. So we also understood what is that making them to show a specific website on the top first results. Like we took an example, buy shoes online, and we have seen that Mintra is ranking in the top, correct? And we deep dived into the search engine process or algorithm, like what is that making it to show up in the top, correct? And we realized Google is considering three key parameters to place the website on the top, right? So one is scroll frequency, second one is CTR, and third one is engagement. We all understood what is scroll frequency. It's nothing but the measure of the frequency at which bot visits your website and reads the content, right? It's coming 3 times a day. That's scroll frequency is 3, right? And then we understood CTR. What is the CTR? CTR is the measure of number of clicks against the total number of impressions received by the website or ad copy whatsoever. Impressions is number of people seeing you, and CTR is now measure of number of clicks in comparison with impressions. You are comparing it with impressions. If it is just clicks, we will call it as clicks. Now since you are measuring it with, one second everybody. Hello. 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 One second. One second. తెచ్చుకున్నారా చూసినారా శిక్షణ సాటర్డే లోపల ఓకే రేపు క్లాస్లో అది అటెండెన్స్ బట్టన్ కట్ట కానీ చేస్తారు కానీ జేపీ మెజిస్టిక్ ఇది వచ్చేసారు జైన్ ఎవరో చేశారు. Okay, fine. Okay, sorry everyone. Yeah, let's pause the call. Okay, so now CTR, and we also understood how to improve this scroll frequency and how to improve the CTR. Correct. So quickly, can we recall like what are those things that which we discussed improving the scroll frequency? Anybody remember how do we improve the scroll frequency? How do we improve the crawl frequency? Okay, so number one, first thing is bot naturally visits your website. When it is exploring the internet, it might see something like this. You're walking on a road and you will randomly just see some shop, something else, correct? Correct, and you will store it on your mind, right? And now there will be some other people outside their shop. They will put lighting. Outside their shop, they will put music. Outside their shop, they will put colorful hoarding boards, lights to attract, correct? So natural method is bot would find your website naturally, but that's not sufficient. Bot would see you and bot would just retain it with them for certain time, store them for certain time. If bot has to start giving lots of importance for you, bot has to definitely read your website more number of times, correct? So now second way is there is an opportunity or a chance for you to communicate through Search Console. In case if you have done any changes, this doesn't guarantee. See, first scenario also doesn't guarantee bot reading your website compulsorily. Bot might crawl your website, might not crawl. Second scenario, when you request on Google Search Console, bot may not crawl immediately, or it works on its own term. Basically, it might come crawl your website or might not. Correct? Right? Third method is when you are speaking about the topics that are most in demand on the internet. If people are searching for it, if too many people are searching Excuse me. If too many people are searching like this every minute, so bot realizes it's important to be up to date with that information, and it goes to its server and tries to see whomsoever has that internet server and tries to see whomsoever has the term used on their websites, and it will start reading their websites. That is nothing but crawling, right? So now you publishing new pieces of information every day on your website is quite interesting for bot. It keeps visiting your bot every now and then if you are publishing lots of information on the website. That is the third method, and which is assured. If you are publishing information every day, there are good chances bot visits quite frequently, and with this method you can improve crawl frequency, right? Now fourth method, backlink building. You can drop links of your website on other website. You can ask other website owners. You can call to IRCTC and tell IRCTC I want a link. They will not give. I'm just taking that as a random example. Okay, you cannot approach, and even if you explain, they don't understand, right? So you can ask your friend, Macha, you have one website, right? Give link from your website to my website. They might give a link to your website or might not, right? So there are n number of ways how you achieve is a different thing, right? But you want a link from that website to your website, correct? This is the fourth method. Fifth method, if you are doing branding activities, indirectly these branding activities will help you to achieve certain amount of crawl frequency. Bots would consider visiting your website. If too many people are searching contract digital, if too many people are searching Canada Digital, there are good chances that bot will start trying to understand who is this website. Too many people are hitting my server Canada Digital. I have to be up to date with the information regarding Canada Digital. Let me figure out all the websites whichever are using Canada Digital and crawls all the websites that has Canada Digital in it. Right? These are the ways or method of improving the crawl frequency of your website. We were supposed to discuss crawl rate as well, which we did not discuss. We'll discuss it today. Before that, let's quickly finish off brainstorming or recalling the CTR. We'll finish off user engagement, and then we will come back to crawl frequency. Okay? Huh? Gautam is not there. He's on leave today. Okay? Yeah. So next is CTR. How do we improve the CTR? Anybody knows how to improve CTR? Shailesh, Sneha, Marvin.
Yeah, as we discussed, like keeping some effective words or some highlighting things, like so that a trigger will happen and people
Okay.
will start.
Okay. Okay. So thanks. Yeah. See, first thing is relevancy. You have to make sure that you are showing relevant information, right? If people are searching for buy shoes online, you cannot show how to manufacture shoes. Just because it has shoes and that also has shoes, that doesn't mean it's relevant. Correct? Relevancy is about intention. What is the intention? They are planning to buy a pair of shoe, and now you using a page. Now you have a page speaking. I manufacture. I sell shoes. Makes more sense as compared to the top. How to manufacture shoes? Correct. That is relevancy. Now shoes are being searched in multiple ways. Buy shoes, order shoes, shoes online, right? Make sure that you are covering all these variations in your titles and descriptions, right? And third thing is incorporate a CTR trigger in your title, correct? Fourth thing is make sure that your title doesn't get truncated. Truncated it, you shouldn't show dots, 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 dots. If you're not following the guidelines of writing the title, if you're using unwanted delimiters like colon, sorry, semicolon, comma, right? Apostrophes, these kinds of characters will take more space and shrink the space. And now when your title is lengthy, it gets truncated. It's not lengthy, though it's within the 70 characters. These characters takes more space, correct? And then it has to be within 70 characters. Your description has to be within 170 characters, and your description should have a call to action. Sixth one is the description should have call to action. Seventh one is your description should have call out statement. Call out statement. We discussed this in length yesterday. Call out statement. I'm not sure if how many of you remember it or not. Call out statement and implement schema. So schema is a language that which is used to help bots to understand the information that the way we understand. Yesterday I took an example 500 and 900, something like that. 500 is the price of book and 900 is the number of pages of the book, and we understand as a real user, we see it with the eyes. Bot reads them just as the number, though it's written number of pages colon 900, it is number of pages as text and colon 900 as number, and it doesn't relate 900 is number of pages until unless you communicate it with the schema language. The moment you implement schema, it shows rich results, rich snippets. Those are called as rich snippets. And we have understood there are different kinds of rich snippets, such as event rich snippet, author rich snippets, recipe rich snippet, product rich snippets, review rich snippets, organization rich snippets, right? So by doing all of these things, you can improve the CTR, incorporating the brand term if you are a popular brand, right? Even that could help, right? Yeah. So coming to the third crucial factor, highest important metric, which is ignored most of the times, ignored or they may not get the required support. The digital marketers may not get required amount of support. That is user engagement. Okay. So user engagement mainly deals with technical aspects of your website, deals with UI UX of your website, and deals with marketing and selling elements, right? Marketing and selling elements, zero technical issues, best UI UX, best product in the market, best marketing and selling pictures on the web pages put together. If you're taking care of all of this, the user experience is going to be amazing, right? So you might have visited the web page, the product is out of stock, it's a bad experience, correct? You have visited to buy a pair of shoes or slippers, the size available is only 7, which is not relevant to you. You're looking for a different size, either lower number or a higher number, something else, and it's a bad experience. That's the example of, that's some of the examples of best product in the market. Best product in the market is not only that, the offering, how do you package, the price, right? The features, advantages, the supporting services that you provide along with the product. All this is called as the best product. First thing, you have to be best product in the market in order to have the highest engagement. So the moment you increase same shoes, same brand, everything same. Flipkart is selling it at 2000, Amazon will sell it at 3000. Now, don't you think that's a bad experience for user? That impacts severely on the user engagement. Correct? Correct? And now both are selling it at 2000 only. Flipkart is sending it in 2 days and Amazon is taking 20 days to send the shoes. Correct? This doesn't make a best product. Now same shoe, same price. Flipkart is Flipkart is not providing any kind of services later, and Amazon is providing free service for the next 2 years. It could be polished or could be, if there is any wear and tear, it repairs, something like that. Correct? This is called as product. Providing the best product to the customer makes it interesting for the customer. Customer engages with it. The user experience, user engagement, everything is going to be better. Zero technical issues. Coming to technical issues, what are these technical issues? You are clicking on add to cart and it's not adding the product to the cart. You are trying to make the payment and the payment is not happening, right? Right? And there are many supporting elements, like some cards won't support, some payment gateways, some payment standards, but also on the user experience or user engagement. Best UI and UX. What is this UI? See, we have detailed points here. Okay, I am explaining them more detailed. Okay, the points are for your reference. Yeah. What is this UI? UI is user interface. The full form of it is user interface. And what is this user interface? Anything that's seen by the eyes is user interface. The colors on the web page you see, the font size, the font style, everything that you see by your eyes, the images on the web page, the videos on the web page, everything, that's user interface. the kind of colors that you are using, all this play a very crucial role in giving an appealing interface for user. It should look attractive for you, right, to the eyes, right? And user experiences, you will struggle sometimes to find out where is contact us page on the website. Sometimes you want to fill up form on the website and you will not find, especially the government websites. You will struggle for hours together and finally you will find it. See, they are government websites. Those are the only websites or bodies, and you have to still do it. If it's a private website, if Zomato interface is not good, you will go switch to Swiggy. Correct? Correct. If Go View is not appealing for you, you will switch to Redbus, and you will say Redbus is easy, very easy to use. Correct. If Flipkart is not that easy to use and Amazon is easy to use, we will say Amazon is easy. Correct. So user experience is all about, look, for example, so you are trying to do something on the web page, the call to action button, add to the cart. The ideal way user's expectation is to have it in the right side, but you will not, you will keep somewhere at the bottom. The experience is gone, spoiled. The experience got deteriorated, the experience is spoiled. Correct. So not only that, the experience can be, they want to give a call to you. There is no phone number visible. Correct. They want to chat with you. There is no chat. Right. Or it could be as simple as, you cannot now say that I'll put logo to the right side and I'll do it differently. Your experience will, user experience will take a hit. User is expecting phone number to be shown to the right top. You are not showing it. That's going to affect. Correct. You all understood what is user interface and user experience. User is clicking once and it's not going. He has to click multiple times. User is trying to zoom the image and the zoom is not happening. That is a bad experience for user. Correct. And finally, best marketing and selling pictures on the web pages. See, one thing you all have to remember is the website or the web page is eliminating the human intervention. Which human? The sales human. People usually go and speak about the products, right? This is our product. This has got so and so features. This is the price. This is how you have to use. They explain so many things about the products. Correct. Correct. And now this is being eliminated by your web page, and your web page has to speak all of that very effectively. Your web page cannot say buy shoes and just show the price. No, you should provide some information. My product is rated 5 out of 5. That is selling elements. You showing currently 200 orders today, 200 people have bought the shoe. That is selling elements. Correct. There are only 2 shoes left in stock. That is tactical marketing. Strike off 2000 price and put 1200 rupees. That is again tactical marketing. So marketing, influential marketing. Amitabh Bachchan wears these shoes only and he doesn't wear anything else. Motivating, influential marketing, various kinds of marketing. Correct? Or now you will bring his endorsement. Amitabh Bachchan must have given ad. I am a fan of this shoes, and he will bring and embed that on the web page, that video, YouTube video. That is also marketing. So selling and marketing elements on the web page is going to sell your product. Not only sell your product, they are going to engage the user. Not only engage, you will reap maximum from your marketing investments. Did you all get that, guys? Interesting, right? Right. So if you have to be a successful digital marketer, you have to give utmost attention or importance to all these things which we have discussed now. Best UI UX, best product in the market, best marketing and selling pictures on the web page. Without this, none of your marketing campaigns are going to give you best returns. Whether you do Facebook or Google Ads or Google Organic or some other sources, if you are driving traffic from the internet, make sure all of this are to its best. Okay. So, Bhargavi, you have access to this document. You can refer to it, and if you'd like to write, you can go ahead and write it. No problem, no restrictions. Okay. So, anybody has any questions around this? So, on basis of these things, we will start implementing things from the coming classes. We have to practice these things. It's not just we discuss and leave. I want all of us you to be coming up with selling and marketing pitches. I'm going to give you different products. You have to come up with selling and marketing pitches for each of those products. Okay, we'll have some activities, exercises. So whenever we are done with one topic, we'll have some tests, assessments. Okay. So if it is clear for all of you, we'll switch to crawl rate. We haven't discussed about the crawl rate. Can we proceed to crawl rate topic?
Yes.
Okay. See, before this, I want to share one small. Okay, okay, let me not share it now because that's a different. You'll be able to relate it later. Yeah. Okay. So, what is this crawl rate? Can anyone define crawl rate? Whose phone is this? What is crawl rate? Crawl rate is number of pages crawled by bot during its any visit. Correct? The number of pages crawled by bot during its any visit. So now, see, your responsibility is if bot is coming and crawling some 10 pages on your website, you have to make bot to crawl 500 web pages on your website. How do you make that happen? I am visiting your home. Okay, you have called me for a dinner or something, right? I am planning to have eat only one chapati, but you are making me to eat three more chapatis. How are you making me to eat that? When will I eat more? I came with a mindset to have
But
only.
telling it's tasty, you can have more like that. Something to convince.
Mhm. So now here you cannot speak anything like that with bot, right? Bot believes in only when it experiences, correct? So ideally here, instead of speaking with the mouth, you have to make sure that it's tasty, right? That's when, even without you telling, I will continue to eat. I do sometimes. Okay. When food is very tasty, my wife don't have to tell anything to me. I'll start eating more, right? So when food is not tasty, I'll not even eat half chapati. So the same happens with bot as well. See now for us it's taste. For bot what it is. What matters to something like that for bot. You have to give a very pleasant experience for bot. Okay. So even before we understand that further, let's understand this facts. Okay. See a bot comes with certain bandwidth to your website, right? Is Airtel, Jio, Vodafone, everybody are giving you unlimited talk time for lifetime. How many days validity? 28 days validity. They are and data every day 1 GB, 2 GB. You are subscribing to such a plan which is giving you more than 3 GB. Right? For complete month, I am subscribing to some of the plans. For complete month, only 2 GB. For complete 28 days. You don't use that everywhere Wi-Fi, and I have unlimited data for my phone. One of my SIM. Right? So it visits your website with some bandwidth. That bandwidth is either in terms of data, like Airtel operator gives you bandwidth, right? 1000 GB, 2000 GB, 3000 GB, 300 Mbps speed, 2000 GB or 1000 GB or 500 GB, correct? Something like that, right? So bot also visits your website with some bandwidth in terms of data or in terms of time. Let's assume data. It's visiting in terms of. So we have taken a very good example in the morning to understand this better. Okay. So yeah. So now uh, let's let's discuss this as well. So we understood bot comes with some bandwidth either in terms of data or in terms of time. Okay. So time, let's say bot comes to your website with the time with a mindset that I have to spend only 6 minutes on this website or not more than this. I'll spend only 100 MB of data and not more than this on this website. It comes with such kind of limits, restrictions, some bandwidth. We call that as bandwidth, right? So now it's something like this. At colleges, they will put a bandwidth restrictions. You cannot use more than 2 GB. After that, automatically it doesn't. At airports, you are allowed to browse only some MBs, right? And after that, it doesn't work. Minutes either in terms of time or in terms of MBs of data, correct? So now for that you have to understand this as well. So now it's important to understand the size of your web page. So now let's assume there are 100 photos on your mobile phone and you have to send these 100 photos to your friend, and each photo is 1 MB. How much data does it take to send these photos to your friend now? Each photo size is 1 MB and you have to send 100 photos to your friend over WhatsApp. And how much data does it take now to send this 100 photos to your friend over WhatsApp? I haven't understood. Did not get. There are 100 photos taken on your mobile phone. We both have been to some trip somewhere, all of us, and we all have taken photos in your phone. Now you have to send all these photos to us, all of us in WhatsApp. Correct? Now each photo is 1 MB size. How much data do you need to send this 100 photos on WhatsApp?
100 MB.
Correct. 100 MB data is needed. Now let's say there is only 10 MB on your phone. How many photos can you send?
10.
It looks so foolish, right? Me asking this question. So now you will understand why did I ask that question. Okay. So now look at this. The size of this page is 1.5 MB and the load time is 3.66 seconds. Let's assume the load time is 5 seconds and the page size is 1 MB. Right? Now if bot is coming with the same bandwidth, let's say 100 MB, how many pages can it crawl and take a copy to the server? If each page is of 1 MB size. Bot has visited your website with some bandwidth or with some mindset that I'm not going to spend more than 100 MB on this website. And now each page is of 1.5 MB. How many pages can it crawl and take a copy to the internet server? So as per this page size, if it is coming with 100 MB data, it can crawl only 75 pages, correct? Correct? If it is 1 MB, it can crawl and read or take copy to its server 100 pages, correct? Are you all getting it? Right now we are going to understand this with some better example. Bandwidth. No, now how many pages does bot crawl? If each page is 1 MB and if it has come with 100 MB bandwidth, how many pages does bot crawl? It's going to be 100. So number of pages crawled by bot will be the bandwidth divided by page size. Bandwidth is 100 and page size is 1 MB. Correct? Now bandwidth divided by page size. 100 divided by 2 is 50. So now bot can crawl only 50 pages when each page is of 2 MB size. When each page is of 3 MB size, bot can crawl only 33 pages on your website. Correct? Are you all getting this calculation or math? See now, whenever your web page is heavy, you are adding more and more photos to your web page. The size of the page is increasing to 2 MB, 3 MB, and when it is increasing, bot has come with only 50 MB, 100 MB data. When it was 1 MB, it could crawl whole 100 pages effectively. When it is 2 MB, it can crawl only 50 kgs. Sorry, not kgs, 50 pages. Correct? Let me speak about this as well, then you will get some more idea. Page load time is 1 second, and bot has come with a bandwidth of 3600 seconds. 3600 seconds is how much time? 60 minutes. 1 minute is 60 seconds. 1 hour. 1 hour, right? 60 seconds, 60 minutes. 6 is the 36. 3600 seconds, right? So now when your web page is loading in only 1 second, bot is capable of crawling 3600 pages. So each second one page is crawling. When your web page is taking 2 seconds to load the web page, 3600 by 2 is 1800. Bot can crawl only 1800 pages. So since this is already written, you must be getting confused, right?
What's the name? It's loading for the screen. Okay.
Yes. So now look at this. If you bring this down to 1 MB, bot will crawl more number of pages. If you make this half MB, if you reduce the size, it's something like this. You will compress the files, photos, videos, and send it over WhatsApp or email, right? So if you're compressing, you can send 10 photos. If you're not compressing, you can send only one on your website. Bot crawling more number of, look at this now. When web page was loading in 1 second, bot had crawled 3000 pages on your website. When it took extra time to load, 2 seconds now. There are many images, videos on your page. So now if you could load your web page in 0.5 seconds, half a second, bot can crawl 7200 web pages. If your web page is taking 5 seconds to load, 3600 divided by 5 will be 720. Right? So if you improve the load times and page sizes, bot will crawl more number of pages on your website. Did you all get that? Are you all understanding this or has difficulty in understanding this? Okay. So forget about this what we have discussed. Okay. So now let's continue the same example. So now you have to send 100 photos over WhatsApp. 1 second. Load. Okay. So now let's take the same example. 100 photos are on your mobile phone. You have to send over WhatsApp. Okay. So now you have only 100 MB data. Or let's assume there are infinite number of photos on your phone, not 100, thousands of photos. Correct? Hundreds of photos, thousands of photos. Right? So now when you have only 10 MB bandwidth, will you be able to tell how many photos can you send? You won't be able to until unless you know what is the size of the photo. Sometimes only one photo can be 10 MB and you will sell only one photo, correct? Now reduce the size of this each photo to 1 MB. Now you can send 10 photos, correct? Now reduce the size of each of this photo to half MB. Now how many photos can you send? Now reduce the size of this photos to 100 KB. How many photos can you send? KB. From 1 MB, you have reduced the size of the photos to 100 KB.
What photos is 100 KB, right?
You know the calculation math between MBs and KBs?
1 MB is how many KB?
1000 KB is 1 MB.
It's 10,000 photos? 1000.
1000 KB is
1 MB.
1 MB.
We have that just
100 KB is 0.1 MB. So now, if you are bringing down 1 MB file size to 100 KB, you can send 10 photos now, correct? In 1 MB, you can send 10 photos now. If you have 1 MB data, since the size of the file is 100 KB, you can send 10 photos in 1 MB data, and in 10 MB data, you can send 100 photos, correct? Now reduce size of the photos to 10 KB. In 1 MB, now you can send 100 photos, and in 10 MB, you can send 1000 photos, correct? Understood this math? So same is the case with your web pages. Your web pages are of size 10 MB each web page, and when bot is coming with 100 MB data, what happens? It takes only 10 pages to its server. Bring down this 10 MB page size to 1 MB. Now it can take 100 pages to its server. Now bring down the size of these web pages from 1 MB to half MB. It can take 200 pages to its server. 200 photos to its server, right? Now web page, photo, no difference. There it's photo, here it is web page. Correct? You all understood that? Correct? If you are taking 5 seconds to eat one idli, how many idlis can you eat in 1 minute?
5 seconds. 180. If I do that, 12 pieces, right?
Correct. He can eat 12 idlis if he is taking only 5 seconds to eat one idli. Correct? So how did you get that number? 60 divided by, no sorry, 12 into 5 is 60. Correct? One idli in 1 second, how many idlis can you eat in a minute?
1 second. You take it.
If you take only 1 second to eat one idli, how many idlis can you eat in a minute? 60, correct? So now if you take let's say 60 seconds to eat one idli, how many idlis can you eat in 10 minutes?
Sorry, what was it?
If you take 60 seconds to eat one idli, how many idlis can you eat in 10 minutes?
10.
Correct, 10. Right? So now if you are bringing down the time, you can eat more number of idlis, correct? Now if you are taking only 30 seconds to eat one idli, you will eat 2 idli in 1 minute, correct? Correct? 10 minutes, 20 idlis, right? So same is the case with your web page. If you are bringing down the load times, so web page is loading in 5 seconds, bot has come with let's say 60 seconds. So if it is loading, if it is taking 5 seconds to load one page, bot can crawl 112 pages on your website. Now bring down the size, sorry, not size, speed of this web page such that it loads in only 1 second. Now bot can crawl 60 pages in 1 minute, correct? Correct? So now bot was ideally crawling only one page in a minute. Now you made it to crawl 60 pages. The crawl rate was only one and you have improved. Yeah. So basically this is part of the journey. See bot, if you are improving load times, if now you have cured that problem, you have made bot more powerful to crawl more number of pages by fixing the load times and page sizes. But are you really providing more pages to bot? That's simple. Just to provide more pages, you are creating this mesh. You have given access to bot for more number of pages. Correct? You have given so much power to bot at your home. Put it on this web page. Let bot see them and crawl them and go to those pages. And from those pages, again, it continues to go to few more other pages until it gets exhausted, or it keeps moving inside the website, infinite loop from here to there, there to here, there to here, there to here. You have seen some games like those rooms, like they will never come outside. Correct? They want to come outside, or sometimes they will be
Got it.
right. It's something like that. If you had put only this page for bots, bot would have seen this 4 5 links. Okay, my job is done, I'll go. Correct? Okay.
Yes,
Any
sir,
other
got it, sir.
questions? So from next week we will start discussing the different types of SEO and each type in depth.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine. Thank you.
So after SEO, we'll start with performance marketing, social media, email marketing, marketplaces, content marketing, everything else. Okay. Yeah. See you all of you. Bye.
Best, sir.
Okay.